Hey, hello everybody. Shadow SP here. I'm on Granblue Fantasy, and we need to make a little bit of a record-keeping video here. So currently this Midsummer Festival thing is going on, and I thought that I was on info, so I accidentally picked some of the stuff up. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through the things that actually matter. Because a lot of these things we have other sources, like we can farm for, and aren't. It's not that big of a deal to pick them up. Like, you know, the anima, fire crystals, the T1 anima, those are fine. I don't mind having the half elixirs just because I need them to make videos when I want to, rather than waiting for AP to restart normally. Fire urns, these are easy. Soul berries, don't really care. Crystals, whatever, we're not even picking those up. Okay, here we reach the first thing we don't have a way to farm, which is the Prometheus anima. So until I find a way to farm Prometheus anima, these are completely off limits. I'm pretty sure they're only used for very few things, so shouldn't be an issue. Michael Anima, we can farm those, no problem. Okay, Fire Halos. These are currently not farmable for us. There is a quest to farm them, but it is one that we do not have access to right now. Or that we have access to it, but we can't clear it. So these 10 Fire Halos, 10 Halos in each Tetra Elements, are completely off limits. Then we have Malice Fragments. We can't farm these either, so no Malice Fragments can be used. We have Fire Quartz. That's not that hard to get. SSR Anvil. So technically something that we can get. I'm not happy that I picked these up. I used them very inefficiently, just so I could get rid of them. Yeah, pretty much. That's the extent of it. So yeah, all of the Craftsman Anvil that we picked up in this event are already gone, spent on things that then themselves got put in the anvil. So it's not what I wanted to do, but I got rid of them. Wilderness Jewel. We can't farm these yet. Those are completely off limits. Smoldering Opal. Can't farm those yet. Completely off limits. I'm not going to use these earrings. And the vessels, I used them on stuff that we then fed back into the vessels. So those are gone now. So this whole thing gets copied across all elements. I want to see what do you get in light and dark instead of the halos. Okay, so it's these Long and Kyrian Anima, right? Well, this is something that we have to keep a note of. We straight up don't have a way to get these outside of buying them in the pendant shop. So these 10 on each of these should never be used. Yeah, then let's go to individual. Which we picked up less of. So CP, I can't get rid of this. So there should be CP for each of these, maybe? We'll have to double check. I can actually see how much CP I have. Yeah, it's 6,000. We picked up 6,000 CP. I can't get rid of it, so it's just gonna kind of hang out in my inventory. So yeah, if anyone ever is watching and we have dipped below 6,000 CP, shoot me a message that tells me I'm a dirty cheater. Okay, so we are not using spellbooks anyway, so that's not an issue. We're not using these gems anyway, so that's not an issue. We have 60 plus marks that we picked up for both weapons and summons. Those are just hanging out in the inventory. I don't know of a way to get rid of them. I could actually put them on a summon that we're never going to use, and a weapon that we're never going to use. We can't get rid of them that way, but we can kind of hide them. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll probably do that. Then we get 10. We get basically 60 merits of each kind. But if we put these in the favorites list, it's worth noting, since I've been farming Rose Queen, these are super common drops over there. So, yeah. It's not bad. Alright, then we got moons. I've actually spent all these moons. There were silver moons over here also. I've spent all of them on prizes that are in my box right now. I will show them in a minute. So once again, dragon jewels, dragon mats, legendary merits. So though it's common to get these champion and supreme merits, we don't have a way to directly get legendary merits yet. So these, I believe there's 20 of these that dropped. They're completely off limits. Then there's a couple rings. I'm gonna be honest, I'm mostly not using my rings anyway. Yeah, merits there. Sorry, I have to go through this and see how many of everything I'm getting, so that I can do everything in my power to not use them. Okay, so we didn't get merits on this one, and we didn't get merits on this one. I wish there was some way to throw away this stuff, but I can't. So, when we're looking at what I bought in the shop for moons, it was these bright zones that raise the level cap for summons that are terrible. We just got rid of all the moons that we got on these. It's pretty good. All the rest of the moons that we have are ones that we should naturally have. Gotta double check how many rings we got. So I'm seeing 8 rings there. Is that the right count? Okay. So we don't get any rings for total points. Individual points give rings. And we get 2 on fire, 0 on water, 0 on earth, 2 on wind. It's gonna be 0 on these other 2. So we have 4 more legendary rings. The red rings, or the silver and red rings. 4 more of these lineage rings than we should have. So that means that if you ever see me drop below 4 rings in this ring list, you can call me a dirty cheater. The same with if you see me drop below 1 on any of these earrings. You can call me a dirty cheater. Okay. So, again, I didn't really want to make this video, but I did accidentally get some stuff out of the event. So I want to make sure that we are not cheating. I don't want to be cheating. Cheating is bad. So I think... Do we have any weapons that aren't SSRs? We do. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is just sacrifice one of these and put all 60 of these plus marks on it, and then put it in the stash. That's gone now. We're gonna look at non-SSR summons. Do we have any? Yes, we do. So yeah, I think we're gonna just sacrifice one of these. Put plus marks on it. We don't have a summon stash, so I think I'm gonna just buy one. Because we have no use for our crystals anyway. And then I'm going to go summons, and we're going to move this one to the summon stash. Alright. So that should put those extra plus marks in a place that we don't have access to them. Yeah, okay. Should make it a lot harder to accidentally use plus marks that we shouldn't have. Okay. Let's see. Was there anything else I could do to minimize the way that these? I guess I could roll the 4 rings and then just not accept them. Yeah, let's do that. I'll feel really bad if we do find a ring roll that I really want, but... Okay, so we've dealt with rings. We've dealt with rings. We've dealt with skill anvil. We've dealt with plus marks. I can't deal with earrings because I don't have... Because if you roll earrings on a blank character, character with no earring bonuses, there's nothing to replace, so you can't decline it. Yeah, I think most of this stuff is fine. I've dealt with moons. I can't deal with CP. I can't deal with legendary merits. I've dealt with the rings. And yeah, these mats I can't really deal with either. I could deal with the gems, technically. Like, all that really takes is going to, like, say a character like Lelouch, who already has all the EMP in the world, and, like, buying EMP with my crystals. Is that how that works? What am I even doing? I've never used the crystals thing here. Anyway, the point is, I don't know of any way to use these things that's worth anything. So, you can use them on awakenings, but that's not going to happen. Okay, I think we've covered about everything. There's a few items in the list that, if they change, I am a dirty cheater. I could hold them up down here, but I really like this as my, like, wish list. For when I'm tracking things that I'm actually farming, as opposed to tracking things that I'm not allowed to use. Yeah. Anyway, let's not go on for too much longer. I've covered everything I wanted to do, and theoretically, this allows anyone to keep an eye on my account and say, hey, you're cheating if I'm using stuff that I'm not supposed to. Alright. Later, everybody. Signing off.